Hello everyone, thank you for taking a look at this video. I will be covering some adapters and controllers that work really well for iPad and even the iPhone. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and then my iPad here is an iPad Mini 6. Each one of these products that I cover, I will have the link in the description for the product pages, and I will actually list them in order that I cover them within this video. So I'll start with this one here. This one I actually received today. And this one was actually custom made by a seller on Etsy. I contacted the seller directly to ask if he would be willing to fabricate or change his design slightly to where it would fit an iPad Mini 6 with an OtterBox Defender case. He messaged me back and he said it shouldn't be a problem, but it could take a little while. I was quite surprised. It only took him about 3 hours to message me back and say he was able to redo the design. I sent him a product page for these two custom controllers here to see if he could actually make it to where they would fit those a little better, because you'll see here in a moment I have one. This one was made by another Etsy seller, and this one it's slightly off on this side over here as far as how this controller fits inside the adapter. But if you wanted to use your JoyCons to play on your iPad or even your iPhone, these 3D printed controller adapters are actually really good. This one I received today, it has a similar spring-loaded actions to like the Backbone controller. So now I'll show you actually how these controllers fit in here. So this one, it slides in just like a normal controller would. And then my iPad goes in there just as so. Now, it has some rubber pieces on either side, so, I mean, the iPad is not coming out of this adapter. So, I mean, and it feels good in the hand, and, I mean, it works really well. I played on it today, and it worked really well for the little bit of time that I used it today. So, that's this adapter here. Again, I will put this in the description for the product page so you can find it. And just to show you, these do fit a normal Joy-Con controller. And you can play with your iPhone in this. The iPhone does fit in here, but it's not as snug as the iPad Mini. But still, with the rubber cushions that are on either side, it does help really well. So there's that part there. Now this next one, unfortunately, this seller, after I purchased this, I contacted him and let him know that this side over here was not completely cut right, because I'll show you here. Now, the controllers do not snap into place on this one, which doesn't really bother me, but it's kind of hard to tell, but just ever so slightly, this controller on this side is raised more than this side over here. It's very hard to tell on camera, but trust me, it is noticeable when you have it in there, if you can see that. But this one, I mean, it doesn't bother me, especially when I'm playing. It still lets me do what I have to do inside my game. But on the back of this one, it has a nut that you would unscrew here, and then it goes in and out such as that, and then you tighten it back once you get the iPad or iPhone in this one. This one has some rubber pieces on either side here. And the problem with this one is the seller on Etsy told me that he was only doing Etsy as a side job, and he was not making these like made to order. So the one that I got was more than likely the last one he was going to make. So he wasn't able to correct that one, but I did find this one on Etsy as well. If the guy still has his product page up, I will put it in the description. But I mean, he did tell me that he more than likely was going to stop making these controllers because he just didn't have time anymore. And then the last ones here, these are for your iPad or even an iPhone if you don't have a case at all. I don't really like these because before I wanted to get this OtterBox Defender because I carry my iPad mostly everywhere with me, but it got to the point where I just got tired of having to take it in and out of the case to put these on, but I still keep them just as a backup. But these here, they are super snug. They are made to fit your iPad to the dimensions it is without a case on it. There's a cutout here for the camera, and then the controllers will actually lock into place on the sides here. But again, I don't really use these. Now the next one, I actually did another video on this one, and I'll put the link to the video in the description. But this one is actually made by Shan. This one is a Q17 controller. This one works really good for an iPhone with a case on it. And this one actually is spring-loaded here, so you can actually push it down to fit a phone in the middle here. And I mean, it feels good in the hand. It's got some good contours back here for your hands. And you know, each one of the Shan controllers comes with these little rubber grips here. They're actually paw prints. I haven't seen any other one that comes with anything besides the paw prints, but I mean, I like the grips on there myself. And then the Shan controllers, you can actually unscrew these analog sticks here, and it goes pretty far out, and you can adjust these analog sticks to your comfort level. And this one is actually spring-loaded, similar to a backbone as well, so it can fit a pretty large iPhone in here, or even another phone. This is just, I have an iPhone, so that's why I keep saying that, but yeah, I mean, it could fit any phone as long as it has a Bluetooth signal. And this one here is, of course, a backbone. I mean, this is the standard for how an iPhone or even an Android controller should be on the market. Most people actually have mirrored this controller because, I mean, this is the standard. I mean, it has a very good spring-loaded mechanism here, and I even sent a message to Backbone directly telling them, it's like, if you made one of these that would fit an iPad, I feel like y'all would probably break the bank, because I mean, this controller it feels really good in the hand. It's compact, and I feel like they could make this that would fit an iPad, and I mean, it would still be a really great controller. But I mean, this is a Backbone 1. I know that they've released other Backbone controllers that have the additional buttons, but for me, I mean, this one is just the most comfortable for me, and every so often I'll use this one, but here recently I've been primarily using my iPad mini, so that's what that's for. So if you have any questions, if you have anything that you would like to add, please comment down below. I try to get back to people's questions or even comments as quickly as I possibly can, but I mean, I just do these videos. It's very odd the way I do my videos, because I don't center it on one thing or the other. If I have a product, and you know, I did a lot of research on that product to begin with, and I couldn't really find anybody that talked about it, or at least if I did, it was super vague, then I try to do these videos to clarify things for other people that may be going through the same thing as me. So I hope this video has been informative to you. I hope something here may interest you, and you may like to get it. None of these companies are sponsoring this video. None of these companies have given me any money to review these. I just do this because, you know, if I find a product that works and it does well, then I try my best to give the information to the public. But again, if you have any questions, please comment, subscribe if you wish. Thank you for watching the video, and have a great day.